Okay, today is the day. Today marks exactly 3 years since I started publishing, and I did it with my little boys. If you are on my email list or you've been in my world and we have chatted live, you've seen this picture without the emojis on there. My little boys and we built some pen names. We did 5 pen names. And across 5 pen names, we did 20 books. It's my book catalog strategy. If you want another video on book catalog strategy, write that in the chat. I have a video and I can create another video. When we started, I published 200 books in 30 days because I didn't really understand the ecosystem of Amazon. And my kids were sitting next to me, and we started coming up with ideas of things they wanted to do. And what it did, you guys, is I ended up creating a module program called, well, let me actually show you. So they made $535 their first year on Amazon. Okay. And so what I ended up doing was teaching other parents how to take their kids' artwork and put it on top of journals. This is how my kids started. Friends and family would buy the books. And then one of my friends, Lindsay, she heard about it and she had her kids do it. So you can see on this left-hand side, Nora, she drew a unicorn, and then I taught them how to repurpose it, and you can see how we made a pattern out of it. And they joined my program. But you don't have to necessarily invest more to do something like this. But this inspired me to set the goal to help 1,000 families self-publish, because now, like, my kids think that money comes from books because that was their experience, and they don't have to ask somebody of like, is this a good idea? We do the research. Okay. So I came up with this KDP for kids, where I'm teaching people like how to put things in drawings and how to actually build it. And I actually think I have the book catalog strategy here I can show you. Okay. So I am just sharing this video to any of you within the sound of my voice that have family that are stuck, and you are learning about Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. You are learning about print on demand books. You can share this with other people and let them know, like, the ecosystem. It's a beautiful place. My older sister, she is a really good artist. I have 6 sisters. Well, I'm one of 6 sisters, and there's 2 boys. And I'm artistic, but I am like the marketing girl. Like, my degree's in photography, and I love marketing. That's where my heart is. Okay, so let me. My sister's going to start publishing. That's basically what I'm telling you here. My sister is going to start publishing. So this is where my little boys and us started with. We used a pen name strategy for these 5 pen names. If you want pen name strategies, drop that in the chat. I have a couple videos about pen names. There isn't a lot of information online about pen name strategies, and so that's why I developed one, because what I was able to see is that when I got one customer, I could get them coming back and for more and more and more and more. Okay. And let me show you the book hierarchy so you can see that, and then we can talk about pen names. But for these names, we didn't use any of their full given names. I had them come up with some of the pen names, so they're very funny and very obscure. And I would be shocked if they became keywords. I think they do become keywords like during certain times of the year when their books sell more. But I wanted to share this with you for those of you that are like, what is this world? For those of you that haven't made your first $50 yet, like, I did this with my little boys, and I believe you can do it too. And my mantra is like, if you don't quit, you can't lose, right? And I'm just sharing my screen today. I'm sorry I'm not on camera, but I'm grateful that you're here learning about this opportunity, about how to make money from home with your kids, okay? So let me actually show you my book hierarchy because I think it will give you some clarity in the way that we operate when we start publishing. So my book hierarchy that I've designed comes from my marketing background, and I learned a lot of marketing from an incredible man named Russell Brunson. If you know who Russell Brunson is, I want to be your best friend. So put that in the chat. Um, we start at the bottom, right? We open our KDP account and we start publishing. And we do composition notebooks because we don't know how to do anything else. And if we have any luck, maybe they'll sell if they have pretty covers. But really, publishing a notebook that is, lined journal inside, it's basically just that first push up that we do. Like we need to get fit, but we need to strengthen other muscles. And so it's so good to start with notebooks and blank journals. But to be able to make more money from your books, it's important that you also start developing more skill sets in book creation. And so you can see on the left-hand side that the royalties for notebooks and blank planners are a little bit lower because they're not providing a lot of value. Do you see that on the right-hand side? There's not a lot that we can add to it, but as we add value, we do that through the features. And you guys have heard me talk about this a lot on this channel, the difference between features and benefits. And features are what we put inside of a book. So as we walk up this book hierarchy of steps or this ladder, we can see that a prompted journal is going to give someone more features. You're going to actually ask people to think about this thing before they write in the journal. There are benefits to that thoughtfulness, right? And so you talk about that in your book description. Now, the next rung is planners and activity books because this is where you truly can start making more royalties. On the left-hand side, I have dollar signs, but I wonder if I should move that to cents, right? Like pennies and then dollars and then multiple dollars. My highest royalty for a book is around $9. And this is how I developed this. I reverse engineered this when I started looking up how could I make this profitable? How could I scale a book? And I realized it's just the same marketing. It's just marketing again. And so we have to add more value into our books. And so if you are just publishing lots of notebooks and blank planners, and I'm not planners, but composition notebooks, and you're not seeing the results that you want, we need to manage our expectations and think about the value that we're actually putting in there. Now, if you are like, you know what, Jenny, I'm just going to stick with notebooks, then you need to niche down and think about the customer experience and create some really, really fun notebooks. Let me actually show you really quick some of my favorite ones on Amazon. Okay, so this is the middle of winter. So this book sells monthly, but it doesn't sell daily. But these books do sell a lot, especially during back to school. Okay. So this is what they are designing. They have a customer in mind, the person who loves the vintage aesthetic and maybe even botany. Okay. So this is the idea of niching down when we're able to create something more unique that we understand the customer, right? Like botanical illustrations that are vintage. That's like a whole vibe, which I love. I took my degree is in art, so I've taken illustrations and turned them into letterpress and stamps and like turn them into brand new things. So I love stuff like this. Okay, vintage Christmas. So that's fun for composition. So think about composition notebooks for different seasons. Ooh, I almost want to buy this one. Really pretty stuff. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Like if you're going to do very basic stuff, your cover has to scream. Your cover has to talk to the customer. Okay. If these videos are helpful, let me know what you learn. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know what else I can do for you for 2025 for you to level up your self-publishing game. The only thing I ask of you is if you get any value out of this, share it. please subscribe. I'm so grateful you're here. I really want to be able to help more people on this channel. And so the more you share, the more you talk about it, even hitting the like button, it helps me. So grateful for you. Love you guys. Peace out.